Oh, hey, dude. Sleep well? Glad to hear. You passed out after the movie, so I figured I'd let you sleep on the couch. Hope the blanket was keeping you warm. Why I'm sitting out here? Mm, I don't know. Something about the early morning fog and rain just calms me down, I suppose. The rain started becoming one of my favorite sounds. Kinda got into the habit of just sitting here with a cup of coffee and listening. At least on those mornings when I don't have to rush to get ready for work. Come on, that's it. It'll be nice to have some company. Hope it ain't too cold for you. I can get a jacket if you wanna. Or the blanket for a... Alright, if you say so. I enjoyed hanging out yesterday. It's been a while since I sat down and just relaxed. And that food was good, too. Remember to text me the name of that Italian place we ordered from, yeah? But man, it's wild to think that we've both been living in this town again for a few months now, but it took us until last week to meet each other again. I almost didn't recognize you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. To be honest, moving from the big city back into our childhood town had me feeling, like weird. Barely anything's changed. Everything reminds me of my teenage years. High school and all the stupid shit we used to do together. Yeah, like when we helped Luke climb the fence into his crush's backyard, only for her dad to hear the commotion and then see him face down on the grass with a big hole in the back of his jeans. The poor guy got picked up by the cops with half his ass hanging out. And we hid behind the fence trying not to burst out laughing. But it was always stuff like that. You and me against the world, and, well, sometimes a few others, but you know what I mean. Me? Nah, I'm good. Just thinking. About what happened after high school, mostly. Well, after we graduated. Up until I moved and you went to college. I mean, I just feel a little guilty for not keeping up with my friends. For being so distant. Distant from you. I wanted to send texts to so many people, but every single time I wanted to hit send, I just couldn't do it. Either I was too shy, or embarrassed, or scared that the person I wanted to text didn't even remember me anymore. Or maybe they didn't even want to remember me. Who's this guy from high school and why is he texting me? When I moved, I thought I'd be happier, you know? Bigger city, bustling nightlife, job opportunities. Told myself, hey, you got your full life ahead of you, and now a city full of opportunities and chances right in front of you. Basically on a silver platter. But honestly, I just felt alone. Everything felt very empty. You walk past these crowds of people with no faces, doing their same usual routine, day in and day out, and you just want to have a genuine encounter or a conversation or hell, even just a moment with anyone. My coworkers barely looked at me the few times I actually worked at the office instead of from home. And you know me, I was never really good at making the first step. No way I'd ever invite them out for a drink or some shit like that. It lasted 3 years up there. Went to work, ate a shit ton of ramen every day, became an expert on 90s movie trivia with how much I turtled up in my shitty apartment. But hey, if you ever need anyone to call on a game show about movie facts, you know my number. Spent a lot of time also just thinking about high school, friends, my parents. Every time I remembered something about a place from here, some fond memory came along with it. Ice cream on hot summer days after late gym class, watching movies in the theater that got every movie 3 weeks late because the owner was too stingy, the orange sun setting after hanging out in the city. Everything was so vivid. I could almost feel the sun on my skin and hear the background noises. There were honestly too many memories and experiences to count, yet I spent a lot of time reliving them in my head. All those memories had something in common. Well, you were always there. I just had to look to my left or right, and you'd be walking there with me. Didn't really matter if we had something exciting to chat about or were silent. During our usual walk up to the intersection near our houses where we usually split off in opposite directions, I always knew you were there. And you were there because you wanted to be. You never gave me the feeling like I was too much or you wanted space. When I called for you, you reacted and smiled at me. Hell, you're the thing that made high school bearable for me. Sure, I had friends, but none of them were like you. It honestly makes my heart hurt a little. During high school, it felt like I always took way more than I gave back to you. And that's why I felt so lost after I moved. Everything felt shaky. I felt alone. The entire world felt gray. Sitting at my desk and writing another email just made me wish I was sitting on the bench during gym class next to you, sharing earbuds while listening to music again. Every meal was bland because I knew you were too far away to share it with me. And hell, going out even sounded boring. A loud club filled with sweaty people that also just wanted to get away from something that bothered them. I couldn't be happy being there with them. I didn't want these people up there at my new place. I wanted you with me. I missed you. So much. And that's why I was so happy when I met you last week. Honestly, I could have cried on the spot. Was honestly ready to sob while sitting on the floor, still with the milk jug I was holding in hand. You changed, like visually. You look good. Sharper, mature. But even after just talking for a few minutes, it felt like I was home again. You were still just you. Same person, and just like that, it felt like the part of me that had stayed in this town finally came back and embraced my aching heart. Like the bleeding had finally stopped. It's why I invited you to stay over for the night too, because I needed you here. Because after having you over, this house feels like home now. Because now you are here. Left me another memory here that I could cherish and smile at. I know it all sounds dramatic or intense, but I want you to know how I felt. How I still feel. I just need someone that cared. Someone I trusted. Dude, have you not figured it out yet? It's because I'm hopelessly in love with you. That feeling was a dull ache for years and years. But now my chest burns and the only thing I want to do is hold you and never let go. I want to feel you touching me again and hear your laugh when I make a dumb joke no one would laugh at. I know growing up into a new life is hard, but I'm willing to try. Because you were the thing that brought color into my life again. The gray's finally gone. The world never looked more vibrant and I... Wow. I... Just mean that you and I are... Oh, don't call me dramatic. Please, just answer. I need to hear you say it. That I'm yours. And that you're mine. Please. Yes, I'm yours. I always was. Always wanted to be. I've wanted to do this for such a long time now. Now I finally got you. I, I'm so happy. Stay with me here for a little while. In the rain. I want to burn this memory into my mind. I'll always be here for you. Just like you were there for me without even knowing about it. Through all these years, I want to be your home from now on too. Wherever we are. I'll always guide you home. I love you.